Hi students, welcome to my channel Doctor's Physics, and in this video we are going to study about errors, accuracy and precision. Okay, what is meaning of an error? What is the meaning of an error? What is an error? The error is nothing but the uncertainty resulting from a measurement by a measuring instrument or measuring tool. See, what is the meaning of uncertainty? See, I am measuring some value. The actual value of the rod is 10 centimeters. But I am measuring the value of the rod as 11 centimeters. That means there is some error. The error may be positive error, the error may be negative error. Okay, now see, the uncertainty resulting from the measurement by a measuring tool, measuring instrument. That means when I am using a measuring instrument and when I got the measurement, the uncertainty in that measurement is nothing but the error. Now I told you this one. Now see here. This is a scale and it is 2 centimeters and this is 2.5 centimeters. Now if I am measuring the length of the rod like this, now what is the value? The value I got between 2.2 and 2.3. What is the actual value? By using this instrument, I got either 2, I will take it as 2.2 or 2.3. But the actual value of the rod is not 2.2 or not 2.3. It is between 2.2 and 2.3. That means there is some error in the readings. There is some error in the measurements. This is nothing but the error. There is some uncertainty. I don't know whether it is 2.2 or I don't know whether it is 2.3. Or I don't know whether it is 2.25 or I don't know whether it is 2.27. There is some difference in the measured value to the true value. That is nothing but the difference is nothing but the error. The error is always given by measured value minus true value. I will measure some value that is 2.2, but the actual value is not 2.2. The actual value is 2.22 something. That is the true value. The difference between the measured value minus true value is nothing but the error. The error can be positive or the error can be negative. Now what are the types of errors? The errors are subdivided into systematic errors and random errors. The errors are divided into two categories, that is systematic errors and random errors. So again the systematic errors are divided into three categories: instrumental, imperfection in the experimental technique use, and personal errors. Now we will see what are those. If you observe carefully, what are systematic errors? Now I am using some instrument, and always the instruments won't come with proper manufacturing designs. They won't come always with proper manufacturing designs. There will be always some imperfections in the readings, in the measurement. If I take vernier calipers, already we studied in vernier calipers. What is vernier calipers? There will be some zero error. Either the zero mark will come left side, either the zero mark will come right side. That means some instrument there is some error. Those type of errors are known as instrumental errors. They come with the imperfection in the instruments, measuring tools. When it comes to the imperfection in experimental techniques, now what are this? The way how we are measuring the measurement is actually different from the original way. Now if you take the thermometer, if I keep the thermometer under my tongue, I will get the exact reading. But if I take the same thermometer and if I keep in my armpit, the measurement will be different. That means the way to measure the values are different, then you are getting the different values. Those type of errors are known as imperfection in experimental techniques. This is the best example. If I want to measure the mass of the ball, I want to measure the mass of a small 1 gram of gold. Can I measure it by physical balance? I can't measure it by physical balance. I have to measure by using a separate instrument which used to measure the gold. If I use by physical balance, I won't get the readings. There is nothing but the way to measure the measurement is different, then you will get different errors. Those errors are nothing but imperfections in experimental techniques. Now personal errors. Now what are the personal errors? In personal errors, we will mainly in school days you study about paradoxical errors. What is paradoxical errors? Now I used to measure the readings by keeping my eyesight exactly on top of the readings. But if I keep my readings like this, if I measure my readings like this, I will get different values. If I measure it like this, I will get different values. That means we are doing some errors by measuring the values. These are nothing but personal errors. These all three types of errors will come under systematic errors. Now what are random errors? They occur randomly. By the name itself, we will say they occur randomly. We don't know why they will occur, how they will occur, when they will occur. If I'm measuring some value, I assume I'm measuring some instrument, the length of a rod. At 25 degrees, the length of the rod will be 10 centimeters, but at 100 degrees, the length of the rod will be different. If I measure the length of the rod in two different temperatures, I will get two different readings. That means the temperature is not in our control. The quantities which are not on our control, nothing but we will take it as random. If I take temperature, it is not on our control. If you take pressure, atmospheric pressure, it is not on control. On the earth, on the surface of the earth, it will be different. On the hilltop, it will be different pressure. If I am measuring the values on the surface of the earth, on the hilltop, you will get different readings. These type of readings are nothing but, these type of errors are nothing but random errors, which are not under our control. They will occur randomly. We don't know why they are occurring, how they will occur. Because of difference in the temperature, because of difference in the instrumental design, or because of the difference in the pressure. These type of errors are nothing but random errors. These are nothing but the errors, and these are only useful for board exam, not for NEET or not for JEE. Okay. Always remember, the error is always equal to measured value minus true value. If you write true value minus measured value, then it is wrong. Measured value minus true value is nothing but error. Error can be positive, error can be negative. Okay, now we'll see what is accuracy and what is precision. What is accuracy and what is precision? Now we'll see. I will tell you what is accuracy and precision with a simple example. Now, what is accuracy? The accuracy is nothing but how much the measured value is close to the true value. If the measured value is very close to the true value, then I will say that measurement is a very accurate measurement. That means I am measuring that the true length of the instrument is, the length of some rod is 3.52. This is a true value. Now I am measuring the length of the rod and I got measured value as 3.52. That means I will say this is a true value and this is a measured value. Both are exactly equal. Therefore, I will say this is 100% accurate. 100% accurate. Or if a measured value I got as 3.5 measured value. Now even I will say this one as a accurate value because 3.5 and the measured value is very close to the 3.5. Therefore, this is an accurate value. The more the close to the true value, the more the accurate the value is. Now, what is precision? This precision is nothing but this will give me the information about the least count of the instrument. The least count of the instrument. And this will give me the error in the measurement. The more the least count, the more the error will be. The least count, the least the error will be. Now see here, the measured value, the true value of the rod is 3.52 centimeters. Now I am using vernier calipers and I am using some normal meter scale and finding the measured value. Now I got as 3 centimeters. Now see here, this value is very close. I will say this, okay, it is accurate, but the precision, this true value they measured by using a vernier calipers. Therefore, they are getting 2 digits after decimal. This digits after decimal will give me the precision which instrument I am using. See here, this is 3 millimeter. If it is 3 millimeters, I measure it by normal scale. Normal scale. For this, the least count of this instrument normal scale is 1 millimeter. But the same reading, if I measure with vernier calipers, I will get as 3.5 something millimeters. Now this is measured by vernier calipers. See here, after decimal, I am getting 1 digit. That means the least value I can measure in the form of 0.1 millimeter. The least value I can measure will be in the order of 0.1 millimeter. That means the instrument is having least count of 0.1 millimeter. That means I can say it is by using vernier calipers. If the reading I got as 3.55 millimeters. Now here I can say this is measured by screw gauge. Because of decimal 2 digits are there. That means the least count of the instrument is 0.01 millimeter. I can find the value in the order of 0.01 millimeters. If I'm measuring by vernier calipers, I won't get in this form. I will get in 0.1 only. That means the digits of a decimal is deciding me the least count, and it is telling me with what instrument I measured it, and it is giving me the precision of the value. The more the digits after the decimal, the more the precise the value is. Now if I take these three values, I will say this is more precise value, and after that this is more precise, after that this is the value. Therefore now see our example, 3.58 centimeters. Now I am telling you 3.5 centimeters and 3.21 centimeters. Now this is the true value. Now I am using by two different instruments and I got two readings. Now same, which is more accurate? The accurate value means nothing but the one which is very close to the true value. Now 3.5 is close or 3.21 is close. 3.5 is close. Therefore I will say this is more accurate value. This is more accurate value and this is not precise. This is not precise. But if I take 3.21, after decimal, how many digits are there? 2. Here also after decimal 2 digits are there. Means these two are measured with the same type of instrument. Therefore I will get the value more precisely. I will say this is more precise. This is more precise and this is less accurate. This is less accurate. Now we will see one more example. Like the true value is given as 3.825 centimeters and the measured values are 3.8 centimeters, 3.252 centimeters and 3.1 centimeter. Now these are the measured values. Now say me which is more accurate? Which is more accurate? 3.8 is very close to the true value. Therefore I will say this is more accurate. This is more accurate and it is having less precision. See, after decimal here they are having 3 decimals, 3 digits, but here I am having only 1. That means the instrument what I am using is different. The least count of this instrument is very slow, very small, but for this the least count is very large. Least counts are different. That means the instruments are different and I will say this is less precise. And now this one, if you take this one, 3.2 and 3.8, there is a huge gap. Therefore this is not accurate. This is not accurate, but it is more precise. This is more precise because I am measuring both the values with the same instrument. With the what instrument I measure this, with the same instrument I am measuring this. After digits, after decimal 3 digits are there, here also after decimal 3 digits are there. The least count of the instruments is same. Therefore I will say it is more precise value. Not accurate, but is more precise. But if you take this one, 3.1 is very different from 3.8. There is a lot of difference. Therefore this is not accurate. This is not accurate, as well as 3.1 after decimal only 1 digit is there. But after decimal here 3 digits are there. That means instrument what I am measuring both is different. The least count of the instruments are different. Therefore I will say this is a less precise. This is not even precise. Not precise value. Observe carefully. This is more accurate and less precise because the measured value is very close to the true value. This is not accurate but more precise because the instrument what I am using is same, and after decimal digits are same. The least count of the instruments are same. But here if I take the measured value is very far when compared to the true value. Therefore it is not accurate, and even after decimal the number of digits are not same. That means the least count of the instruments are not same. That means the instruments are not same. Therefore I will say it is not precise. I think this is clear. By this we completed the errors, types of errors, and accuracy and precision. In next video we will see about the mean error, absolute mean error, relative error, percentage error, addition of errors, combination of errors, addition, subtraction, multiplication, division of errors. And if you guys are having any doubt in any topic, maybe 11th, it may be 12th, please ask me in my mail and it will be clear within 24 hours. Thank you.